watch the news. I see how they describe white criminals on the news. It seems unbelievable. See, you don't know, a lot of people don't know this. Now, Arabs, we're in the news all the time, but we're actually in the news even more than you think we're in the news. We have this ability to be in a news story, even if the news story has absolutely nothing to do with us. Nobody else can do this. Like when something happens and they come out 3 hours later and they say, we can now confirm that this is not terrorism. Yeah, you know what that means, right? You know what that means? It means not us. That's what it means. Because when it's not us, then when it's white people, they use different words for the criminals, right? Disturbed, deranged, delusional, and depressed. That was a new one in 2015. You remember that German guy that flew the plane into the side of a mountain in France that killed 150 people? Remember? Do you remember? And for 2 weeks, CNN talked to me about depression. Oh, I never seen anything like that in my life. Depression. Remember the Boston Marathon guys? Now those guys were, they weren't Arab, they were Muslim. They were white, but they were Muslim. So then when you're Muslim, that's it, you're not white anymore. And remember what they did? They didn't call them disturbed, deranged, delusional, depressed. Remember what they did? They called them terrorists right away. Remember CNN, how they sent reporters to Chechnya? They're from Chechnya. Remember they sent reporters to Chechnya? Asked them where they eat, where they sleep, where they live. They hadn't lived in Chechnya for like 20 years. They had that map of Chechnya on the ground on CNN over the weekend. Remember? They're walking around on it, telling you all that information about Chechnya. And those guys are from Chechnya. Do you know where Chechnya is? Chechnya. It's in the Caucasus Mountains. These guys are actual Caucasians. Like for real Caucasians. But it didn't matter. They were Muslims, so that's it. They treated him in a wholly different way. Remember those guys that escaped from prison in New York last summer? Remember, a couple summers ago, they were escaped in the forest for like 2 months, remember? These guys escaped. And remember how there was that white lady that helped them? You remember? That like white middle-aged, she brought them tools and stuff, remember? CNN said, well, maybe she was infatuated. Maybe she was fascinated by them. That's what they said. Now that same summer, there were some teenage Muslim girls that went and joined ISIS. Teenagers. They have no idea what they're doing. Teenagers. And when these teenage Muslim girls joined ISIS, CNN said, what is it about their culture that makes them do this? Do you see the difference? You see? Like when these teenage girls, they're teenagers, they don't know what the hell they're doing. These teenagers do something stupid. All of us are held responsible. But when this like mature, middle-aged white lady is a criminal, maybe even she's not responsible. Now, I kind of understand. Like if I go out with a white girl and she won't give me a kiss at the end of the date, I totally understand. But if I go out with an Arab girl and she won't give me a kiss at the end of the date, I'm like, what is it about your culture that doesn't allow you? In 2008, Barack Obama was running for president. I voted for Barack Obama twice because he's a Muslim. And so, I mean, Hussein, come on. But in 2008, they said, watch out for Barack Obama. He has a Palestinian friend. That's it. That's all they said. And Barack Obama had to come out and deny that he has a Palestinian friend. And in 2008, John McCain was running against Barack Obama, and John McCain was having a town hall meeting in Minnesota, and a very nice white woman walked up to the microphone. She looked very nice, they all do. And she walks up to the microphone, and she said, I can't trust Obama, he's an Arab. And McCain grabbed the microphone from her and said, no, ma'am, he's a decent family man. See, that's how they talk about us. I watch the news all the time, and I saw them arrest a kid in Texas for a clock. A clock. Now let's clear up a couple things about his kid. His name is Ahmed Muhammad, which doesn't help. But he had a clock. That's it. And they tried to accuse him of this crime called a hoax bomb crime. Now let me explain to you what a hoax bomb crime. A hoax bomb crime is this. If you have something that's not a bomb, okay, and you hold it up and I'm not doing it. If you hold it up, this is just a demonstration. If you hold it up and you say, this is a bomb, this is just a demonstration. You say, this is a bomb, that's illegal in America because you shouldn't be able to trick people into thinking you have a bomb, right? That should be illegal, right? But it doesn't work for little Ahmed because Ahmed is walking around school all day saying, this is a clock. He's just a nerd who's excited about his clock. And we can do away with Fox News. Fox News, oh man. I have an uncle who can't speak English very well. He can't say Fox News, he calls it Fuck Us News, which... it's kind of true. But we can do away with Fox News. Fox News will say, well, maybe they thought he had a bomb. Maybe they thought he had a bomb. They had to arrest him because maybe they thought he had a bomb, but they didn't think he had a bomb. I know that they didn't think he had a bomb, because that's not what they do when they think you have a bomb. When they think you have a bomb, they evacuate the school, right? Right? When they think you have a bomb, they call in the bomb squad, right? Right? They don't take you down to the principal's office with your bomb to talk to the principal. That is not the way it works. All right? And I'm a Palestinian, and I'm very familiar with bomb protocol, and that is not what they do.